I am Ali Juno, and this is my Crafty Corner. This is my Stitch With Me number 13, since I've already posted 14, FlossTube 14. Alright, if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. Do remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you can see that I'm on again if you enjoy your visit. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming in again. I appreciate all your support. Today is September the 10th. It is 7 p.m. my time. So I've decided to do my Stitch With Me. I have decided to work on my dragon because I posted my FlossTube yesterday, and one of my followers made a comment about, because I was asking them what I should work on Sunday, and she brought up my dragon, and I was like, I had just thought about that. So I figure today is going to be my dragon Stitch With Me. So I actually have not had this project out in a while. A good month or so. I think it's been well over a month since I've pulled this out. I have decided that I'm going to turn this into a full diagonal instead of the squares that I was doing. So what I'm doing right now is just trying to build the diagonal, but I'm not going down any further. Sorry, this is wobbly. Let's see if I can stop that. Okay, I'm not taking this down any further because this is the end of my page. So I work page across. You know, I stop at where the first page ends and then continue across. I don't want to go too far into the next page. I don't know. I like completing as many of the pages as I can. So we're going to basically push that in. Continue with this. Gotta get used to where I'm at and what I'm doing. Alright. Let's see if I can find things to chat about today, and hopefully I don't get my fingers in the view, and I shouldn't put my head in the view because, as you can see, the camera, my phone, is below my head. I've had a few videos on accident that my head was in the middle of the view. Okay, so let's see. I done talked a little bit about things when I was doing my YouTube video. Things were just a bit crazy. Not there. Here. Make sure I'm at the right spot. We had a really good time last weekend at the pool party. Looking forward to the next time we go. Not really sure. Said something about possibly another pool party this weekend, but it would just be our regular plain Jane pool party. So I don't know. We haven't 100% decided if we're gonna go to that or not. Truthfully, it depends on the weather. I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you what I'm working on. I know I said my dragon, but that's about all I told you. This is called Two Dragons. It was just a person I bought off Etsy. I'll put the link to the pattern below. I do know that when I bought it, there were there was another person who was selling this particular pattern, but it was a no, it was the same. I don't remember. There was another one that had more colors. Like when I looked at the pattern, it had like 98 colors to it. This one only had 37, so I chose this one because I hadn't quite done anything big yet. So 37 colors was kind of my limit. But I still think it's got, you know, I still love the way it looks. I think it's gonna be great. The other one had a lot more colors, but probably a lot more confetti colors as well. This is on 22 count Hardanger fabric. Just kind of make sure I'm in the right spot. The kind of a trick trying to go from squares to diagonal method. But I did it with my Harmony, and I have been in love with the diagonal stitches. So right, yes, because that one is trying to make sure I've got my stitches right. Yeah, okay. So that one we're going to kind of put over here because I don't need it yet, but I will need it again soon. Mark what I'm doing. I use Pattern Keeper for my designs, as long as they'll fit. All right, next color. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this one is technically one over, but I can easily undo it and put it into the next square. So I'm still learning a lot about stitching. I'm still I've only been stitching for about a year and a few months now. So I started last year in August, so about a little over a year that I've been actually stitching. I really enjoy this. It is very relaxing. It is 90% of the time how I end my day. I will stitch up right until it's time for me to call it a night. Sometimes I finish just a little early so that I can, like I'll stop stitching about 20-30 minutes and read for a little bit. And some nights I don't feel like stitching at all. I just grab a book and I read. I used to listen to audiobooks, but I haven't recently, but I'm going to get back into it. I just, basically, I lost my earbuds for a little while and didn't bother to look for them. So I found them the other day, so it's like I can start listening to my audiobooks again. So I listen to all different types of books. Mostly they're romance. I will sometimes listen to romance books that are fantasy, like historical, fictional, vampires, werewolves, mafia. Oh, what else? Where did I just stop? There. Alright. So let me mark this real quick. And then I'll try to get back on my train of thought. We all know how well I do that. Okay. So we're actually just going to leave this one here. And that one is going to go down here. And it's not going to be messed with. Can I find what I'm looking for? Probably not. Since I don't need this particular color anymore, I'm just going to clip it and put it there. Try to keep it out of my way. Alrighty, and that's marked. And I'm going to go ahead and grab from up here because no, not this one. This is the one I need. They're similar in color, so I was just making sure I had the right one. This one I'm just gonna try to feed back down, and then I'll feed over if necessary. Because I've got a bunch of the same color in each line, because I was just working down, so I kept adding new colors. I think that's why I like the diagonal as well, is because you can continue to park your thread into the next slot up. So like when I get done with this one, I can park it up here and then just continue up and down, but I'm still getting more than just columns. Plus the diagonal is supposed to help with the not the tension, but the, what is it? Like you really can't see it, but if you look close enough, you can see my little squares when you do square by square. I think once I wash the blue out of it, it probably wouldn't be noticeable, but to me, I notice it. And so there and here. Caught on the edge there. Let's see, what was I doing? I was trying to talk, but what was I talking about? Do I even know? So I have completely lost what I was talking about. Per normal, yeah. I always forget what I'm talking about. Let's see. I really don't know what I was talking about. I might just need to make notes. Like write something down before I stop doing something. I don't know. Cradola. Quit grabbing hold of the end of that. I like long strands of thread sometimes. But sometimes they just pain in my butt. There we go. Alright. So let's see. Can I figure out? Yeah, I'm just gonna say I'm lost cause on my conversation and maybe I'll remember it again. I'll look over the video and then make sure to make a note to talk in my Stitch with me on Sunday. Alright. Something. Okay. Alright, so let us just go off on another topic because I was talking about books. Wasn't I? Yeah, I think I was. I was talking about how I was going to get back into listening to my audiobooks. I think that's what we were talking about. And yes, I do this in person as well. This is not just because I'm videoing. This is me in person as well. I do the same thing. I totally lose my train of thought. And it takes me a minute, sometimes two, to figure out what I'm talking about. And there's no guarantee I actually get back onto the topic I was just having. Okay. Let me look at something here. So that's way up there. So I need a new color. Alright, so I need 3042. Alright. Okay. Just one thread, thank you, thank you. There we go. Alright, so I don't know if anybody cares or not, but I will show you how I am planning to start this thread. Ah, that was bad. It started separating on me. There we go. Alright, so I only have 2 stitches of this. So they're right here. So I'm gonna go here, here, pull that down till I have a little tail. I'm gonna go back down. Then we're gonna go up again. I went up out of this hole, then I went back down it to create it so when I come up this top hole, it'll create a loop. So I can do a loop method start with 1 strand of thread. And there's that. And then we go back down the hole that everything came up out of. And there it is. So you can do this 1 or 2 ways. You can pull this thread up and snip it, but I always pull it back to the back of the project. just a minute here. This one's being a little bit of a pain. They normally go right under and no issues, but so now I've got that down there. My thread is still solid, and I will slowly cover that one up with threads. And there is the second one that I needed. I'm actually going to part this one here. Right? No, here. I'm going to park it there. So, and this is another one I won't be touching again tonight, because it's in the other grid. So we're just going to take this and wrap it up. A little too tight on my fingers. And snip it and clip it. Alright, mark those two. But that is how I do the single strand loop start. I don't always start that way. It all depends on how many stitches I have to do. So I have this part done. Now I'm moving up into this next part. Not sure if I'll need that one or not. Move this up. All right. So the way I do these is let's see. So I'm going to do this color right here. I will get back on talking about books in just a second. I'm just trying to plan this, and there's actually going to be a lot of thread changing on these because some of these don't have but just a few stitches. Yeah, so this one just has these two. Okay, so yeah, on books I like all different kinds of genres. They're 90% romance books. I do prefer the romance books, but I don't have a preference on if they're, you know, it just depends on the mood that I'm not in, on what type of book I read. I read Mafia, I read Alien, I read yeah, what's the word? Werewolf, genre, you know, werewolf, vampire. I read those a lot. Mafia, I read those, but that does kind of come and go. Gotta be in the right mood. And it depends on if it's the happy Mafia or the bad Mafia that has a good ending. Alright, so I've already ended one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on up with it. Is it this one? No. That one is going over here. That one's not going to be touched either. This is my next one to work on. Sorry for bumping things. They're just a little close. But if I pull it out any further, I just feel like I can't get a clear enough view, or I bump into it, or I put my head into it. So, alright. Just to confirm, yeah, there's only these two. Alright, so I think I'm finished with the book topic. I don't really have a particular author that I read. I read whatever catches my interest that day. Okay, not here. Here. But yeah, I read what catches my interest and what mood I feel like reading. If I feel like a happy-go-lucky book or whatever. Looking. Okay. All right. Let's see. So I'm done talking about books. Let's see. Movies, I basically just rewatch all the Disney movies, older movies. Like I like some of the older movies. I don't really know who made the movies. I just know the name of the movie. It's like a movie called Big Business, talking about two different sets of twins that were born in the same hospital. One set was from like a family that lived in the area, and one was from out of town and rich, and the twins got switched up. So the wrong set of twins, like one of each twin got mixed up. So, and then further on into the story, they meet up again. I suck at telling things. I don't get things in the right order when I try to give you details on things. Even like when I'm training at work, I tell everybody, you know, you're probably not going to understand half of what I say because I don't tell it in order. But just follow what I do, because I do the work in order. I just don't tell you in order. My brain jumps around. As you can tell with 90% of my Stitch With Me's, because you get me sidetracked and I completely lose track of what I've been talking about. Or that, or words just don't want to work. That's a fairly common experience, even when I'm working. I'll try to I will be trying to say something in particular to the customer and say something completely different and then go bleh. Sorry. But I make the customers laugh. So that's a good thing. Alright, so that is the end of that in this row. Time to park. mark here. Do mark everything. Not that. Not that. Those are part of another row. Thank you. All right. Now we got here, here. Now I've got this one. So this one. Yeah. Not going too far with it. All right, let's see. What else am I going to talk about today? Oh. Simon is dreaming. He's over here twitching like he's running in his dreams. My cat Simon is not a very, very cuddly kitten, but he does not, he wants to be near you. Like 90% of the time you have to be in the room with him. If you're not in the room, he's not in the room. Or like we've had to separate the two kittens because she went into heat and I haven't got them fixed yet. And so we've been playing Keep Away, which has been so much fun, especially when neither cat can stand being separated. Luckily, my cat Simon, he's perfectly fine 90% of the time just hanging in the room with me. As long as I'm here in the room, he's happy. He won't yell, he won't cry. He just, hold on. There. Yes. That's gonna park over here. So yeah, he's happy to stay in the room as long as you're in here with him. If you are not in the room with him, he will yell and holler until someone finally comes and gets him. And then as soon as you get in here to get him, he's got to be on you. Like, you pick him up and he'll like knee and gnaw at you for a good minute, maybe a few seconds, but still. He's got to have your full attention for a few minutes because he's got severe separation anxiety. He does not like it when you leave him alone. Now, Aries, she actually does not like being pinned up. She throws a fit about it. Like, if she's sleeping, she's okay. You know, we end up leaving her roaming the house 90% of the time because of how bad she doesn't quit crying. So, since he's good about being happy being in the room with somebody, during the day when I'm working, he stays in here with me while she roams the house. And then when I get off work, we make her stay in a room with one of the other kids. If anyone's not in her room, then she goes stays with either Jay or my other kid, Knox. Normally, she's okay with that for a little while, and luckily by the time she starts throwing a fit again, I'm already ready to come back to my room. And so me and Simon just kind of go in here. But I think it's just kind of cool the way he's not a lap cat. He doesn't care to sit in your lap. But he is more than happy to sit next to you. Like, he'll sit in the chair next to me. He'll lay on the floor near me. I've had him on my work desk. He'll lay behind my monitors when I'm working. So, right. Where? Huh. Ah! It's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so this one we're actually going to end. So the way I tend to end on my Ada and the 22 count, I do a loop finish. So I did my first half already, and then I came up and this hole here. So I'm going to go back down, keep hold of the thread, and then I'm going to come back up over here, cover over the needle, pull tight, go back down, pull taut, and that is the X. And now I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to do a half of a pin stitch and pull it back up here, and I normally pull up right through the middle, pull it up, snip it off. Where are my scissors? There we go. Now we're going to snip this off. And since I still have quite a bit of this left, we're going to put it back on my hoop. Not my hoop, my bills. This is 798. Is this my big blue color? No. That's 789. Right. I want to see what color this is. 796. It's like, I didn't think that's what it was. It was close to the blue, but it wasn't quite blue enough. All right, so what am I missing? I've got one more stitch. Let me see. So I'm actually not going to do that one. Probably just gonna wait on that one until I get back down to it, because I've got a lot more there. So I'm just gonna go on up. So these right. Which one of these? Give me just a second, I'm separating these. This one will be stitched. These will not. So these can come down here and join this one. There we go. And take this apart. For right now, we're going to continue to do this. don't really get a lot of stitches in when you're fighting it this way. I'm trying to get it back into a new format. But so now I've got to move the camera since I'm jiggling it anyway. So now we're here. Because I've turned this into a diagonal already, so as you can see, it's kind of light, but you can see that I've got the diagonal there. So now I'm continuing, but I have to fill this square in plus finish the diagonal off. So I'm probably not going to use all these colors that I have in here, because these are probably going to be in the next diagonal. Maybe. Don't know for sure, but we will see. First one I'm going to work on is down here. So we're going to put this up here. And this is going to be my first one. All right. We'll do a little bit longer and then I will have to call it because it'll be about an hour in. And I do want to get this posted before the end of the night, so. I really don't know what I was just thinking. Had a thought in my head and now it's gone. Like I said, I'd do something different than what I was doing and my brain goes, blah. Needs to go back down. Oh, I see what's going on. I'm grabbing the thread. I was like, I had thread coming up. I didn't know where it was coming from. Oh, I was talking about the cats. That's what I was talking about. How Simon is happy to sit around my feet or behind my desk. I'm taking them to their first doctor's appointment on Monday. What did I just do? I totally stitched completely wrong here. There we go. That's better. Yeah, we take them to the vet on Monday. That hopefully will get them situated so that we can schedule to have them fixed. Because playing keep away, it's not any fun. Because we got two cats so that they could entertain each other. Right now, they're not able to entertain each other because hormones. Well, they could entertain each other. I just don't want them to. Alright. So, this one. We're actually not going to go very far with. We're going to end this thread because I already have a bunch of threads to be done. You thread already? It's just one piece of thread. There we go. So yeah, we're really hoping to be able to get the kittens fixed soon. It's gonna be a good chunk out of the pocket, but it'll be worth it in the long run. I'm going to do a live Stitch with Me on Sunday. So we'll see how that goes. I had a lot of fun with my last live Stitch with Me, so I figured since I had to do this Stitch with Me to play catch up for my other Stitch with Me, I would do a live Stitch with Me on Sunday. Kind of change it up just a little bit. I don't know. Next week, if things go right, I'm hoping to do another Twitch Stitch with Me. Which I'll post that on the YouTube channel as well, like normal. There, here. Yeah. So now we're going to end this one, which you do my cross up and down, and there, and back down, and then my pin stitch. Alrighty. Turd bucket knocked my little thing down. Simon loves to play with this thing. He thinks it's his little egg to bat around. Oops. Sorry. But I would rather him bat that around than attack my strings or my threads. I've actually gotten pretty lucky on that. They very rarely mess with any of my threads. I don't have any yarn, so I don't know why I said yarn. Alright. So my next color is this. Oh, look. Yeah. Alright. Yes, I'm really enjoying stitching on this. I definitely am glad I got it back out. I really appreciate Miss Sue of mentioning it, because it brought it even closer, going, oh yeah, I should work on that. Because I took it, I only had so many scroll frame bars. I still had it hooked to the bar part. I just didn't have I don't have enough pieces that the bars hook into. I don't know what they're called. The part that screws on to keep the bars separated. I didn't have enough of those. So when I started my pandemic, or started getting ready to start my pandemic, I had taken this off. But I hadn't stitched on this one. I think the last time I stitched on this one, I had it in a Q-snap before I moved it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Yes. Just making sure I was at the right spot. then I'm actually going to park this one up here. No, I'm not. I've already got one parked up there. So I was here. We're going to go here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yep. So we're gonna go here. All right. So that is basically all that is in this square. Everything else is up in these squares. So it's gonna be a lot more maneuvering around. Move these down here. All right. Yeah, I can't wait to get into the full diagonal for this. I think I like the idea of that a lot. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end here because this is gonna be a lot more maneuvering. I have a bunch of multi-colors in each one of these. I'm gonna have to basically figure out which ones I'm going to snip and which ones I'm going to keep, because these each have, a lot of these blues are duplicated colors because, like I said, I was working down each row, so I was just getting a new color for each one. Now that I'm working in diagonals, I will keep using one color down through the colors unless the color disappears. So, but this is the end of me today. I appreciate everybody that has come in and hung out. I didn't really get a whole lot of stitches in. I only got 62 stitches done. But unfortunately, trying to change up from one to the other kind of gets a little rough. But it's all good. I'm not upset about it. I see the progress, and that makes me happy. Because even if it's only 62 stitches, that's 62 stitches that weren't there before. Alright, so I'm going to say goodbye, everybody. I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you on Sunday for the live stream. I will see you next time.